Welcome to the final lecture on interspecies combat. While most of you are anxious to begin your exams and eagerly await your orders and assignments, I ask that you focus your full attention on today's lesson. Over the course of our teaching cycle, you will have noticed that most species tend to behave in somewhat similar and predictable ways. Our lessons have mostly focused on specific cultural variations in combat tactics to give you a small measure of advantage when dealing with certain species. This lecture will focus on humans, and this species must be approached in an entirely different manner. Today, I'm going to talk about what humans call distress signals and the very human concept of reinforcements. Vorith addressed the assembly on how you would attack a Pelin battle group when you have superior numbers and weapons. Yes, Chief Instructor. Vorith addresses the assembled as instructed. When attacking a Pelin battle group with numerical and weapon superiority, engage a single target as determined by tactical analysis and destroy it. Then pursue and destroy the nearest fleeing member of the rest of the battle group. Continue to pursue and destroy targets as they become available. When pursuit is no longer possible, transmit all data and await orders. Very good, Vorith. Senra addressed the assembly on how best to use tray forces. Yes, Chief Instructor. Senra addresses the assembled as instructed. When engaging tray forces, identify the tray ship farthest from other tray ships, engage, and destroy. If you have numerical and weapon superiority over a group of tray ships, engage and destroy. Excellent, Senra. Xanter address the assembled and explain under what conditions an isolated ship or battle group of any species should not be engaged assuming numerical and weapon superiority, either in space or in ground combat. Xanter speaks to the lead instructor. Forgive my ignorance, Chief Instructor. I cannot obey as commanded. I am unaware of any circumstance in which an isolated ship or battle group of any species should not be engaged, assuming numerical and weapon superiority, either in space or in ground combat. I demand appropriate reprimands and punishments as the Chief Instructor sees fit for my failure. None will be necessary, Xanter. You may be seated. Your ignorance exists only because we have not yet begun instruction on the final species in our series of lessons. I sincerely apologize for asking a question to which I fully expected no answer, but I felt it necessary to fully illustrate the seriousness of our subject. I suspect that all of you felt that this question was ridiculous. While you obviously could not give any outward indication, I too was once in training, and I sympathize with those who may have wondered if your senior instructor was having a moment of mental deficiency. I assure you, I was not. 10 cycles ago, our forces engaged a human battle group. They isolated a Tigris-class cruiser and began bombardment. Our forces had twice the numbers and 10 times the weapons. The entire human battle group held formation and engaged. Within a tenth of a turn, a second human battle group jumped in. What is more, even with the addition of this new battle group, our forces still had numerical superiority and 5-fold weapon superiority. The victory was achieved, but the losses were 20 times greater than the tactical analysis had predicted. 5 cycles later, a Kara-class cruiser engaged a human merchant ship. Almost immediately, a Tigris-class human battlecruiser jumped into weapons range and engaged our cruiser, destroying it. Drill, I admire your discipline, but I have been teaching long enough to know when a student is struggling to believe. You may address the assembled. Yes, Chief Instructor. Doctor addresses the assembled as instructed. Drill is honored to receive instruction from the lead instructor and is grateful for the lessons imparted, which will allow Drill to serve the Empire as a loyal officer of the fleet. Drill knows that the teachings of the lead instructor are true and necessary for this function. Drill, I have no doubt of the sincerity of your words, but in order for our dialogue to best serve the purpose of this lesson, I require your absolute honesty. Therefore, I command you to address this assembly with your true and complete thoughts on what I have just said. I guarantee no sanction or censure. Further, I command that none of the assembled shall ever repeat your words to anyone not present. I remind the assembled that I have the authority to deem any part of these lessons to be classified at the highest level, and I so designate the remainder of this lecture. Drill, unless your next words are direct treason to the Emperor, you may speak freely with absolute impunity. Insult my parent if you must, but you will speak openly to those assembled, no matter the pain it may cause you. Yes, lead instructor. Drill addresses the assembled as instructed. The lead instructor's statements defy all known military doctrine and logic itself. They are reminiscent of tales told by old naval crewmen in a state of intoxication. The Tigris-class battlecruiser is known to be a state-of-the-art warship, and while it is theoretically capable of defeating the Kara-class cruiser, all space combat carries a significant risk of outcomes other than those assumed based on tactical analysis. The captain of the Tigris-class battlecruiser would be aware of the possibility of losing his ship to well-placed shots to its reactor core or other tactics known to every fleet captain used to defeat ships superior to his own. Furthermore, the Tigris-class battlecruiser would certainly suffer damage and possible losses even in the event of a decisive victory or during the retreat of the Kara-class cruiser. No reasonable captain would risk such a ship to protect a merchant ship. Thank you, Drill. You speak truthfully and show an admirable understanding of military strategy and tactics. I commend your obedience to orders in the face of discomfort or uncertainty, and such skills will serve you well as a fleet commander one day. You may be seated. I want you all to think about his last statement. No sane captain, indeed. In our first encounters with humans, it was assumed that many of them were insane or that their fleets lacked discipline or a proper understanding of strategy and tactics. Indeed, even understanding what we do now, many consider them to be somewhat insane. Even if they are, that does not make them any less dangerous. On the contrary, it makes them more dangerous. I promise to introduce you to the human concept of distress signals and reinforcements. I will do so now. When threatened, either as individuals, in their ships, or in battle, humans will call other humans to their aid. Furthermore, when alerted to danger, humans tend to converge rather than flee. When faced with defeat, their solution is not automatically to retreat. Often, it is to send in more humans. Remember also what Drill said about outcomes other than those predicted by tactical analysis. With humans, that is an understatement. When you engage humans, you are engaging not only the human targets you have selected, but potentially any other humans who are physically able to join the engagement. Yes, join the engagement. The human term is augmentation. While standard military doctrine states that when faced with an engagement without significant odds of victory, disengagement is the proper course, and if impossible, partial disengagement should be attempted, most battles involve initiating an engagement with significant odds of success and inflicting maximum damage while the enemy is retreating. Human combat doctrine is different. Morar, I acknowledge your request to ask a question. You may address the instructor. Yes, lead instructor. Morar addresses the instructor as instructed. Morar is honored and grateful for the opportunity to have his ignorance corrected by the lead instructor and asks for forgiveness from the instructor and the assembled for interrupting the lecture. Lead instructor, could the problem of humans summoning additional forces into combat not be solved by jamming communications before or during combat? Excellent question, Morar. We have tried. Unfortunately, human ships, military units, and even individual members of the species maintain constant low-level communication signals. Interruption of such signals is automatically interpreted as a distress signal. Even if such jamming is done before a distress signal is sent, it results in the immediate arrival of human forces, often in greater numbers than a normal distress signal. Remember the merchant ship that was defended by a Tigris-class cruiser? Our intelligence has verified an incident involving a malfunctioning communications device on another such ship. An entire subgroup of warships jumped directly into weapons range of the ship within moments of the malfunction, and another group of 3 support ships arrived shortly thereafter. Now let me see if I can predict the next question. Since jump drives and instantaneous subspace communications outstrip scanning capabilities by an almost infinite margin, how can you predict how many humans you can expect to encounter? Short answer, you can't. There is no way to know how many human ships are in range and available to join an engagement. Furthermore, there is no discernible pattern to how humans prioritize what assistance to provide under what circumstances. Sometimes no help arrives. Sometimes entire battle groups drop into orbit when a human civilian gets lost in the woods on Amatar. In this example, it is theorized that advanced orbital scanning was requested, and the commander did not want to split his battle group to send a single ship to find the lost human. Nonetheless, when in danger, humans do call other members of their species to their aid, and that aid is often in the form of overwhelming force. In fact, it is codified in both their laws and customs that distress signals must be responded to in some way, whenever possible. Humans have even been known to join battles with allied species, whether or not the allied species is seeking a decisive victory or retreating. Whenever you deal with humans or even friends of humans, you must be prepared for the almost instantaneous arrival of any number of additional forces. You must also expect no retreat. In any engagement with humans, you are encouraged to add a 50% chance of catastrophic defeat to whatever your tactical analysis indicates. You're also encouraged to completely remove the analysis variables related to pursuit. In the event of a disengagement, do not pursue fleeing human ships. You are buying time, and you should expect a battle group to jump in between you and your quarry. A human battle group is never alone. A human ship, any human ship, is never alone. A single human is never alone. If you even detect a possible human on any ship you scan, you should assume you will be engaging a human fleet when you engage that ship. As a final illustration of this principle, I will share with you an intelligence report from less than a cycle ago. A human male on NRA visited a local entertainment establishment and became intoxicated. He was approached by 5 local citizens who decided to use violence against him and rob him of his possessions. The human activated a personal distress signal, and an orbiting human cruiser vaporized all 5 from orbit with no actual communication other than the signal. The cruiser received the signal, scanned the source, assessed the situation, acquired targeting locks, and directed its energy weapons to his aid. If this seems like madness, that is understandable. It is also a verified fact. I am releasing to you selected battle reports, intelligence briefings, and other data relating to humans. Please review these with full concentration. Remember them. Keep them in your personal data stores for the entirety of your service. Although some are highly classified, given the special nature of the human species, I have arranged for clearance for you all to possess these particular data files. The examples I have shared are but a select few of many, and it is important for you to understand the threat to the forces all of you will soon command. Should any of you request private counsel on this matter, it will be granted without question. I ask all of you to set aside any trepidation you may have about making such a request. This is a special case, and no record of your request will be noted, and the private counsel session will be completely classified with no records kept in your files. Glory to the Empire. You are dismissed. To understand humans fully, one must delve into their psychology. Humans possess a unique blend of individualism and collectivism. They fiercely value personal freedom and independence, yet they exhibit a strong sense of community and mutual support. This paradox makes them unpredictable and formidable opponents. When humans face danger, their individual and collective instincts merge, creating a powerful force of resilience and aggression. Their culture celebrates heroes who stand against overwhelming odds, and their history is replete with tales of miraculous victories achieved through unity and perseverance. This ingrained mentality significantly influences their combat strategies. Throughout human history, numerous examples illustrate their propensity for unexpected and overwhelming reinforcement. The Battle of Thermopylae, where a small force of Spartans held off a vastly larger Persian army, is a foundational story in human culture. More modern conflicts, such as the Normandy invasion during World War II, highlight their willingness to commit massive resources to aid allies and achieve strategic goals. These historical precedents inform their current military doctrine. Human forces are trained to respond to distress signals with decisive and overwhelming force. This doctrine is not limited to military engagements. It extends to their emergency services, disaster response, and even everyday interpersonal interactions. Given the unique nature of human response to distress signals, it is imperative to revise standard tactical approaches when engaging them. Traditional strategies of isolation and attrition are less effective against humans due to their unpredictable reinforcement patterns. Instead, consider the following tactical adjustments. Engaging isolated human units is inherently risky. What appears to be a lone target can quickly escalate into a larger conflict. Always assume that human reinforcements are en route. While jamming communications may seem like a viable strategy, it often backfires by triggering automatic distress responses. If communication disruption is necessary, be prepared for immediate and substantial human reinforcements. When engagement is unavoidable, aim for swift and decisive actions. Prolonged engagements increase the likelihood of human reinforcements arriving. Overwhelming force used quickly can achieve objectives before reinforcements can alter the battle's outcome. To illustrate these principles, let's analyze a recent engagement involving human forces. During a skirmish in the outer reaches of the Balearan system, our forces intercepted a human scout ship. Initial analysis suggested minimal threat, and an engagement was initiated. Within moments, multiple human ships, including a battle cruiser and several support vessels, jumped into the system. Despite our numerical superiority, the battle quickly turned against us. The humans coordinated their reinforcements with precision, exploiting weaknesses in our formation. Their swift response and overwhelming firepower forced our retreat, resulting in significant losses. This incident underscores the need to adapt our tactics when dealing with humans. What appeared to be an easy victory became a costly defeat due to the unpredictable and overwhelming nature of human reinforcements. Another aspect of human combat doctrine is their use of psychological warfare. Humans understand the value of morale and will often employ tactics designed to demoralize and confuse their enemies. This can include deceptive maneuvers, propaganda, and targeted strikes intended to sow chaos and fear. To counter this, maintain strict discipline and clear communication within your ranks. Ensure that your forces are well trained to recognize and resist psychological tactics. Maintaining high morale and unity is crucial when facing human forces. In scenarios where humans are allies, their unpredictable reinforcement behavior can be leveraged to mutual advantage. Human reinforcements can provide substantial support, often turning the tide of battle. When working alongside human forces, clear and constant communication is essential to synchronize efforts and maximize the effectiveness of combined forces. Understand that humans value loyalty and mutual aid. Demonstrating a willingness to support them can foster stronger alliances and result in more reliable and immediate assistance when needed. In conclusion, humans represent a unique and formidable challenge in interspecies combat. Their tendency to respond to distress signals with overwhelming and often unpredictable force requires a significant adjustment to standard military doctrine. When engaging human forces, always assume that reinforcements are imminent and plan your strategies accordingly. Remember, a human ship is never alone. A human soldier is never alone. The strength of human forces lies in their unity and their unwavering commitment to aiding one another. As future leaders of the Empire, it is crucial to understand and respect this aspect of human behavior to effectively counter their strategies and protect our interests. As we conclude this final lecture, I encourage each of you to review the provided intelligence reports and battle analyses thoroughly. Familiarize yourselves with the patterns and behaviors of human forces. This knowledge will be indispensable in your future engagements and will significantly enhance your ability to lead and protect the Empire. Should you have any further questions or require additional counsel, do not hesitate to request a private session. The understanding of humans is a complex and ongoing process, and it is vital that we remain vigilant and well-informed. Glory to the Empire. You are dismissed. In light of the unique characteristics of human combat behavior, our training programs must be adjusted to better prepare our forces. Simulations should incorporate scenarios that include sudden and overwhelming human reinforcements. Cadets must experience the chaos and unpredictability of such engagements to develop strategies for maintaining composure and tactical efficiency. Training should emphasize rapid decision-making and adaptability. Human forces are known for their flexibility and quick response times. Our forces must be able to match or exceed this adaptability. Incorporate drills that simulate communication jamming and unexpected distress signals, forcing cadets to react to reinforcement scenarios. Technological advancements can provide an edge in engagements with humans. Invest in enhanced scanning technologies capable of detecting cloaked or incoming human ships. Early detection of reinforcements can give our forces precious moments to adapt strategies. Develop countermeasures for human distress signals. While outright jamming is often counterproductive, explore options for signal interference that can create confusion without triggering immediate reinforcement protocols. Additionally, invest in decoy technology that can mislead human reinforcements about the location and strength of our forces. Continuous intelligence gathering on human military tactics and behavior is paramount. Assign dedicated units to monitor human communications and movements. Understanding the nuances of their reinforcement patterns can provide valuable insights into their strategic priorities and decision-making processes. Deploy covert operatives to gather first-hand intelligence from within human ranks. This information can uncover new reinforcement protocols or emerging technologies that humans might use. Constant vigilance and adaptability are essential to stay ahead of human strategies. While direct military engagement with humans is often unpredictable, diplomatic strategies can help mitigate the need for conflict. Establishing clear communication channels and agreements with human factions can reduce the likelihood of misunderstandings leading to combat. Engage in joint training exercises with human allies to foster mutual understanding and respect. Such cooperation can lead to better anticipation of their responses in both allied and adversarial scenarios. Diplomatic efforts should focus on building alliances that leverage human strengths while minimizing direct confrontation. The psychological aspect of facing human forces cannot be overstated. Our troops must be mentally prepared for the unpredictability and potential overwhelming nature of human reinforcements. Psychological training should include resilience building, stress management, and scenario-based exercises to enhance mental toughness. Develop support systems within the ranks to help soldiers cope with the psychological strain of engaging humans. Encouraging open communication and providing access to mental health resources can maintain high morale and combat readiness. Analyzing past defeats involving human forces is crucial for future success. Conduct thorough post-battle analyses to identify mistakes and areas for improvement. Understanding how human reinforcements contributed to our losses can reveal vulnerabilities in our strategies. Encourage a culture of learning from failure within the ranks. By acknowledging and addressing the factors that led to defeat, our forces can adapt and develop more effective counter-strategies against human tactics. Anticipating future developments in human combat strategies is essential for long-term success. Human technology and tactics are constantly evolving, and staying ahead requires continuous innovation and adaptation. Invest in research and development to counter emerging human technologies and strategies. Foster a culture of adaptability and forward-thinking within the military. Encourage officers and soldiers to propose new ideas and solutions for dealing with human forces. By staying proactive, we can maintain a strategic advantage over our unpredictable adversaries. As you prepare to take command and face the challenges of interspecies combat, remember the unique nature of humans. Their propensity for reinforcement, their psychological resilience, and their technological advancements make them a formidable opponent. Embrace the unpredictability of human engagements. Adapt your strategies, maintain vigilance, and never underestimate the potential for sudden and overwhelming human reinforcements. Your success as a leader will depend on your ability to anticipate and counter these unique challenges. Your education on human combat behavior does not end with this lecture. Continue to seek out resources and training opportunities that enhance your understanding of human strategies. Engage with intelligence reports, attend specialized training sessions, and collaborate with fellow officers to share insights and experiences. Stay informed about the latest developments in human technology and tactics. Regularly review updated intelligence briefings and participate in ongoing education programs to keep your knowledge current and relevant. As future leaders of the Empire, your personal commitment to understanding and countering human combat strategies is vital. Dedicate yourself to continuous learning and improvement. Lead by example, demonstrating adaptability, resilience, and strategic thinking in the face of human unpredictability. Your dedication will inspire those under your command and contribute to the overall strength and success of our forces. The challenges posed by humans are significant, but with the right preparation and mindset, they can be overcome. In conclusion, the lessons learned about human combat behavior are crucial for the future success of the Empire. Their unique approach to distress signals, reinforcement, and psychological warfare requires us to adapt and innovate continuously. By understanding their strengths and preparing for their unpredictable nature, we can develop strategies that ensure our dominance in interspecies combat. As you embark on your assignments and future battles, carry these lessons with you. Remember that a human ship is never alone, and a human soldier is never alone. Use this knowledge to anticipate their moves, adapt your strategies, and lead your forces to victory. Glory to the Empire. You are dismissed. To further enhance your preparedness, participate in advanced tactical simulations that mimic human combat scenarios. These simulations should involve unexpected reinforcements, communication disruptions, and psychological warfare tactics used by humans. The goal is to create a training environment that closely mirrors real combat situations, allowing you to develop effective countermeasures. Engage in both offensive and defensive simulations. Practice initiating engagements with human forces, anticipating reinforcements, and executing rapid tactical adjustments. Similarly, practice defending against human attacks, focusing on maintaining cohesion and morale under pressure. Develop and maintain collaborative intelligence networks with allied species. Sharing intelligence on human activities, technological advancements, and combat strategies can provide a broader understanding of their behavior. Collaborative efforts can also lead to joint strategies that leverage the strengths of multiple species to counter human tactics. Regularly participate in intelligence briefings and joint exercises with allies. These interactions can uncover new insights and foster stronger alliances, creating a unified front against human forces. In addition to conventional engagements, consider the use of special operations and covert tactics to counter human forces. Deploy specialized units trained in sabotage, espionage, and targeted strikes. These units can disrupt human reinforcements and communication networks, creating opportunities for more effective conventional engagements. Special operations should be conducted with precision and discretion. The goal is to create confusion and weaken human coordination without triggering overwhelming reinforcements. Carefully planned and executed covert missions can provide a significant strategic advantage. Human reliance on technology presents opportunities for cyber warfare. Develop advanced cyber capabilities to infiltrate and disrupt human communication and navigation systems. Cyber attacks can create confusion, delay reinforcements, and provide valuable intelligence on human movements and strategies. Integrate cyber warfare into overall combat strategies. Use cyber attacks to complement conventional and special operations, creating a multifaceted approach to countering human forces. Continuously upgrade cyber capabilities to stay ahead of human technological advancements. Adopt a long-term strategic approach to dealing with human forces. This includes anticipating future developments in human technology, tactics, and alliances. Develop contingency plans for various scenarios, ensuring flexibility and adaptability in your strategic planning. Regularly review and update long-term strategic plans based on new intelligence and battlefield experiences. Involve senior officers and strategic analysts in the planning process to create comprehensive and effective strategies. Understanding human culture can provide valuable insights into their combat behavior and decision-making processes. Study human history, literature, and social dynamics to gain a deeper understanding of their motivations and values. This cultural intelligence can inform both strategic and tactical decisions. Engage with human cultural experts and analysts to stay informed about cultural trends and shifts. This knowledge can help anticipate human responses and develop more effective strategies for both combat and diplomacy. Develop and deploy psychological warfare tactics specifically designed to exploit human weaknesses. This can include propaganda, misinformation, and psychological operations aimed at undermining human morale and cohesion. Effective psychological warfare can create confusion and hesitation among human forces. Coordinate psychological warfare with conventional and cyber operations for maximum impact. The goal is to create a multi-layered approach that disrupts human coordination and decision-making at every level. Incorporate scenario-based training into regular training regimens. Create realistic scenarios that mimic various human engagement situations, including distress signals, reinforcements, and psychological tactics. Scenario-based training should challenge officers and soldiers to think critically and adapt quickly. Evaluate performance in these scenarios to identify strengths and areas for improvement. Use these evaluations to refine training programs and ensure that all personnel are fully prepared for the complexities of human engagements. Foster a culture of continuous improvement within the military. Encourage innovation and experimentation with new tactics, technologies, and strategies. Regularly review and update training programs, tactical doctrines, and strategic plans based on battlefield experiences and new intelligence. Create feedback mechanisms that allow soldiers and officers to share their experiences and insights. Use this feedback to refine and improve overall combat effectiveness. Continuous improvement is essential to staying ahead of human advancements and maintaining a strategic advantage. While preparing for the unique challenges posed by human forces, it is important to maintain ethical standards. Ensure that all tactics and strategies comply with the laws and principles of warfare. Avoid actions that could lead to unnecessary civilian casualties or escalate conflicts unnecessarily. Develop clear guidelines for ethical conduct in engagements with humans and other species. Training should include ethical decision-making scenarios to prepare officers and soldiers for complex moral dilemmas on the battlefield. Invest in leadership development programs to prepare future commanders for the complexities of interspecies combat. Effective leaders must be adaptable, strategic thinkers who can anticipate and respond to the unpredictable nature of human engagements. Leadership development programs should include advanced tactical training, strategic planning, and psychological resilience training. Mentorship programs can also provide valuable guidance and support for emerging leaders. As you conclude your training and prepare for deployment, remember the unique challenges posed by human forces. Their unpredictable reinforcement patterns, psychological resilience, and technological advancements require a strategic and adaptable approach. Review all provided intelligence reports, training materials, and strategic plans. Continuously seek out new information and training opportunities to stay ahead of human advancements. Your dedication and preparedness will be key to maintaining the Empire's dominance in interspecies combat. I commend each of you for your dedication and commitment to understanding the complexities of human combat behavior. Your willingness to adapt and innovate will be crucial to your success as leaders in the Empire's forces. As you embark on your assignments, carry these lessons with you. Lead with strength, adaptability, and strategic insight. The challenges ahead are significant, but with the knowledge and skills you have acquired, you are well prepared to face them. Glory to the Empire. You are dismissed. To translate your training into practical applications, begin integrating these strategies into live operations. Implement the advanced simulations, collaborative intelligence efforts, and psychological warfare tactics in actual missions. Assess and adapt your approach based on real-time feedback and outcomes. Practical experience will solidify your understanding and effectiveness against human forces. Review detailed case studies of past engagements with human forces. Analyze both successful and failed operations to extract valuable lessons. Focus on identifying patterns in human behavior, reinforcement tactics, and responses to various strategies. Use these insights to refine your own tactics and improve overall mission success rates. Effective engagement with human forces requires seamless interdepartmental coordination. Ensure that intelligence, cyber warfare, special operations, and conventional forces work together harmoniously. Regular joint exercises and communication channels between departments will facilitate integrated responses and enhance overall combat effectiveness. Human unpredictability necessitates a flexible command structure. Empower field commanders with the authority to make rapid decisions and adapt strategies on the fly. Encourage a decentralized command approach where lower-ranking officers can take initiative based on the evolving battlefield situation. This flexibility can counter the swift and dynamic nature of human engagements. Invest in advanced reconnaissance capabilities to improve early detection of human forces and potential reinforcements. Deploy stealth drones, advanced sensors, and other surveillance technologies to monitor human movements. Accurate and timely intelligence can provide a critical advantage in anticipating and countering human strategies. Enhance defensive measures to withstand human assaults and reinforcements. Develop stronger defensive positions, fortify installations, and improve shield and armor technologies. Preparing for sustained engagements can help mitigate the impact of human reinforcements and protect vital assets. Establish multiple redundant communication channels to ensure uninterrupted coordination during engagements with humans. Human forces often target communication networks. Having backups in place will prevent disruption and maintain operational coherence. Explore secure, encrypted communication methods to protect against human cyber attacks. Understanding the dynamics of human alliances can provide strategic insights. Human forces often operate within coalitions or allied groups. Study the relationships and command structures within these alliances to identify potential weaknesses or points of leverage. Exploit inter-alliance tensions to disrupt coordination and reduce the effectiveness of human reinforcements. Develop specific counter-reinforcement tactics to handle human reinforcements effectively. This includes rapid redeployment strategies, ambush tactics, and hit-and-run attacks designed to disrupt incoming human forces. By anticipating and countering their reinforcements, you can maintain the upper hand in engagements. Expand psychological operations, PsyOps, training to create specialists who can effectively deploy these tactics against humans. PsyOps units should be skilled in propaganda dissemination, psychological manipulation, and misinformation campaigns. Their role will be crucial in undermining human morale and creating confusion during engagements. Prepare for scenarios involving mixed species combat where humans are allied with other species. Develop integrated combat strategies that consider the unique strengths and weaknesses of these alliances. Training exercises should simulate multi-species engagements to ensure readiness for such complex scenarios. Allocate sufficient resources specifically for engagements with human forces. This includes dedicated funds for advanced technology, intelligence operations, and specialized training programs. Ensure that your forces are well-equipped and well-prepared for the unique challenges posed by human reinforcements and tactics. Foster a culture of continuous innovation within your ranks. Encourage officers and soldiers to experiment with new tactics, technologies, and strategies. Establish innovation hubs and think tanks focused on developing solutions to counter human advancements. Continuous innovation is essential to maintaining a strategic edge. While cyber warfare is a powerful tool, maintain ethical standards in its deployment. Avoid targeting civilian infrastructure or causing unnecessary harm to noncombatants. Develop clear guidelines for ethical cyber operations that align with the laws of warfare and the principles of the Empire. Conduct thorough post-engagement analysis after every encounter with human forces. Debrief all participating units, review battle data, and identify lessons learned. Continuously adapt and refine combat doctrines based on experiences and new intelligence. Establish a dedicated team to monitor human advancements and update tactics accordingly. This team should analyze both successful and failed operations to ensure that doctrine remains relevant and effective. Create specialized training units focused on human engagement scenarios. These units should undergo rigorous training in counter-reinforcement tactics, psychological operations, and advanced cyber warfare. Deploy these specialized units in key engagements to maximize effectiveness against human forces. Strengthen intergalactic diplomatic efforts to build coalitions against the human threat. Forge alliances with other species that share a common interest in countering human expansion. Diplomatic channels can also provide valuable intelligence and support in times of conflict. Invest heavily in maintaining technological superiority over human forces. Focus on advancements in weaponry, defense systems, and communication technologies. Regularly update your arsenal with the latest innovations to ensure a decisive edge in combat. Implement psychological resilience training for all personnel to prepare them for the unique stressors of engaging human forces. This training should include coping mechanisms for dealing with the unpredictability and intensity of human combat tactics. Resilient soldiers will be better equipped to maintain composure and effectiveness under pressure. Enhance the strategic mobility of your forces to rapidly respond to human engagements. Develop fast attack vessels, deployable fortifications, and mobile command centers. Quick and flexible deployment capabilities will allow you to outmaneuver human reinforcements and seize the initiative. Establish real-time intelligence sharing protocols with allied species and within your own command structure. Immediate access to up-to-date information on human movements and tactics will enable faster and more informed decision-making. Utilize secure communication networks to facilitate this intelligence exchange. Prepare for the medical challenges posed by engagements with human forces. Develop advanced medical support units capable of rapid deployment to the battlefield. These units should be equipped with state-of-the-art medical technologies and trained to handle a wide range of injuries and conditions. Strengthen cyber defense protocols to protect against human cyber attacks. Implement advanced firewalls, encryption methods, and intrusion detection systems. Regularly update these defenses to counter the evolving cyber capabilities of human forces. Develop predictive models to anticipate human behavior in combat scenarios. Utilize artificial intelligence and machine learning to analyze historical data and identify patterns. These models can provide valuable insights into potential human responses and aid in strategic planning. Employ strategic deception tactics to mislead and confuse human forces. Use decoy units, false intelligence, and other methods to create uncertainty and disrupt human planning. Effective deception can provide a significant advantage in engagements. Prepare your forces for engagements in a variety of environments, including those preferred by humans. Conduct training exercises in diverse terrains and conditions to ensure readiness for any battlefield scenario. Environmental adaptability will enhance your operational effectiveness. Conduct joint command exercises with allied species to improve coordination and interoperability. These exercises should simulate complex engagements with human forces and focus on developing cohesive multi-species strategies. Joint training will strengthen alliances and improve overall combat effectiveness. Develop strategies to protect civilian populations during engagements with human forces. Ensure that military operations minimize collateral damage and adhere to ethical standards. Protecting civilians will maintain moral high ground and support diplomatic efforts. Implement cultural exchange programs with allied species to deepen mutual understanding and cooperation. These programs can foster stronger bonds and create a unified front against human expansion. Cultural exchange can also provide valuable insights into human behavior and motivations. Strengthen logistics and supply chain resilience to support sustained operations against human forces. Develop redundant supply routes, secure storage facilities, and rapid resupply capabilities. Effective logistics will ensure that your forces remain well-supplied and combat-ready. Establish intelligence fusion centers to consolidate and analyze information from multiple sources. These centers should integrate data from reconnaissance, cyber operations, and allied intelligence networks. Comprehensive intelligence analysis will enhance strategic planning and decision-making. Regularly conduct combat readiness drills to ensure that all units are prepared for immediate deployment. These drills should simulate various human engagement scenarios and test the effectiveness of your response strategies. Continuous readiness will ensure swift and decisive action in actual engagements. Pursue technological collaboration with allied species to develop new advancements and innovations. Joint research and development efforts can lead to breakthroughs that enhance your capabilities against human forces. Sharing technological expertise will strengthen alliances and improve combat effectiveness. Develop and deploy psychological warfare specialists trained to exploit human weaknesses. These specialists should be skilled in propaganda, misinformation, and psychological manipulation. Their expertise will be crucial in undermining human morale and creating confusion on the battlefield. Deploy battle damage assessment teams to evaluate the aftermath of engagements with human forces. These teams should provide detailed reports on damage, casualties, and effectiveness of tactics. Accurate assessments will inform future strategies and improve overall operational effectiveness. Establish crisis management protocols to handle unexpected developments during engagements with humans. These protocols should include rapid response teams, contingency plans, and communication strategies. Effective crisis management will ensure that your forces remain organized and effective under pressure. Develop detailed plans for high-risk engagements with human forces. These plans should consider worst-case scenarios and include contingency measures for potential reinforcements and unexpected tactics. Comprehensive planning will enhance your ability to manage and succeed in high-stakes operations. Prepare for post-conflict reconstruction and stabilization efforts following engagements with human forces. Develop plans to restore infrastructure, support civilian populations, and rebuild alliances. Effective reconstruction efforts will maintain stability and prevent further conflicts. Foster a culture of continuous learning and adaptation within your ranks. Encourage ongoing education, training, and professional development for all personnel. Stay informed about the latest advancements and adapt your strategies accordingly to maintain a strategic advantage against human forces. By integrating these chapters into your operational doctrine, you will enhance your preparedness and effectiveness in engagements with human forces. Remember, the key to success lies in adaptability, continuous improvement, and a comprehensive understanding of the unique challenges posed by humans. Glory to the Empire! Conduct thorough pre-engagement briefings before any operation involving human forces. Ensure all units are fully informed of the mission objectives, potential risks, and contingency plans. Clear communication and understanding will enhance coordination and effectiveness during the operation. Develop robust battlefield communication networks to maintain constant contact with all units during engagements. Use secure, encrypted channels to prevent human interference. Effective communication networks will ensure timely coordination and adaptability in dynamic combat situations. Establish strategic withdrawal plans for scenarios where engagements with human forces become untenable. Ensure that all units are trained in rapid, organized retreat protocols to minimize losses. Strategic withdrawals can preserve forces for future engagements and prevent catastrophic defeat. Study and analyze human technology to understand their capabilities and potential weaknesses. Develop countermeasures and exploit vulnerabilities in their systems. Keeping abreast of human technological advancements will provide a strategic advantage in engagements. Adhere to moral and ethical standards in warfare, even when engaging unpredictable human forces. Avoid unnecessary harm to civilians and respect the laws of warfare. Maintaining ethical conduct will support diplomatic efforts and preserve the integrity of your forces. Utilize environmental control tactics to gain an advantage in engagements with human forces. Manipulate terrain, weather, and other environmental factors to disrupt and disadvantage human operations. Environmental control can provide a strategic edge in diverse combat scenarios. Incorporate advanced training simulations that replicate human engagement scenarios. Use virtual reality and artificial intelligence to create realistic, immersive training environments. Continuous practice in simulated scenarios will enhance readiness and performance in actual combat. Develop and deploy propaganda and information warfare campaigns to influence human perceptions and morale. Use media channels, social networks, and other platforms to spread misinformation and psychological operations. Effective propaganda can weaken human resolve and create confusion. Allocate resources strategically to support operations against human forces. Ensure that key areas such as intelligence, cyber warfare, and advanced technology receive sufficient funding and support. Proper resource allocation will enhance overall operational effectiveness. Establish emergency response units capable of rapid deployment to crisis situations involving human forces. These units should be equipped with advanced medical, engineering, and logistical support capabilities. Quick and effective emergency responses can mitigate the impact of human attacks. Develop and adhere to ethical cyber warfare guidelines to ensure responsible use of cyber tactics. Avoid targeting civilian infrastructure and adhere to international laws of warfare. Ethical conduct in cyber operations will maintain the moral high ground and support diplomatic relations. Implement humane and effective intelligence interrogation protocols for captured human personnel. Gather valuable information while respecting their rights and adhering to ethical standards. Proper interrogation techniques can provide critical intelligence for future operations. Study and develop psychological profiles of human commanders and key personnel. Understand their decision-making processes, motivations, and potential weaknesses. Psychological profiling can inform targeted strategies and enhance overall effectiveness in engagements. Establish a joint operations command structure for coordinating multi-species engagements against human forces. Ensure that all allied forces operate under a unified command to enhance coordination and effectiveness. Joint command will streamline decision-making and operational execution. Develop comprehensive civilian evacuation plans for areas at risk of human attacks. Ensure that evacuation routes, shelters, and support services are well prepared and communicated to the population. Protecting civilians will maintain social stability and support war efforts. Construct advanced defensive fortifications to withstand human assaults. Use cutting-edge materials and technologies to create resilient structures. Strong defensive positions will provide a tactical advantage and protect vital assets during prolonged engagements. Establish intelligence sharing agreements with species allied with humans. Gain insights into human strategies, movements, and capabilities through cooperative intelligence efforts. Shared intelligence will enhance overall situational awareness and strategic planning. Develop long-term engagement strategies for sustained conflicts with human forces. Plan for resource allocation, troop rotations, and strategic objectives over extended periods. Long-term planning will ensure sustained operational effectiveness and resilience. Ensure the ethical treatment of human prisoners of war, POWs. Adhere to international laws and standards for humane treatment. Ethical conduct will support diplomatic efforts and maintain the moral high ground in conflicts. Implement combat fatigue management programs to support the mental and physical health of your troops. Provide rest periods, medical care, and psychological support. Managing combat fatigue will enhance the long-term effectiveness and resilience of your forces. Deploy mobile command centers to enhance strategic flexibility in engagements with human forces. These centers should be equipped with advanced communication and command capabilities. Mobile command centers will ensure continuous operational control in dynamic battlefield conditions. Develop intergalactic human relations programs to understand and influence human societies. Establish cultural exchange initiatives and diplomatic channels. Understanding a human society and culture will provide strategic insights and support long-term engagement efforts. Implement strategic disinformation campaigns to mislead and confuse human forces. Use false intelligence, decoy operations, and other tactics to create uncertainty and disrupt human planning. Effective disinformation can provide a significant tactical advantage. Develop and deploy advanced cyber warfare units specializing in offensive and defensive cyber operations. Equip these units with cutting-edge technologies and train them in the latest cyber tactics. Advanced cyber warfare capabilities will enhance overall combat effectiveness. Provide psychological support to troops following engagements with human forces. Offer counseling, debriefing sessions, and mental health resources. Supporting the psychological well-being of your forces will maintain morale and readiness for future operations. Conduct high-risk reconnaissance missions to gather critical intelligence on human forces. Deploy stealth units, drones, and other advanced technologies for deep reconnaissance. Accurate and timely intelligence will inform strategic decision-making and enhance operational effectiveness. Develop humanitarian aid strategies for post-conflict reconstruction and stabilization efforts. Provide medical care, food, and shelter to affected populations. Humanitarian aid will support social stability and improve diplomatic relations. Incorporate advanced warfare simulations into training programs. Use realistic scenarios and cutting-edge technologies to prepare troops for engagements with human forces. Continuous training in simulated environments will enhance readiness and performance in actual combat. Implement tactical diversion operations to mislead human forces and create opportunities for strategic advantage. Use decoy units, false intelligence, and other tactics to divert attention and resources. Effective diversion operations can disrupt human planning and execution. Focus on building strategic alliances with species that share common interests in countering human expansion. Strengthen diplomatic ties, share intelligence, and coordinate military efforts. Strong alliances will enhance overall combat effectiveness and strategic positioning. By integrating these chapters into your operational doctrine, you will further enhance your preparedness and effectiveness in engagements with human forces. Remember, the key to success lies in adaptability, continuous improvement, and a comprehensive understanding of the unique challenges posed by humans. Glory to the Empire!